Your turn. I'm sorry. Marissa.
I'm Marissa Bush, and I'm the founder of...
Because I can. Yeah, okay. And I know he's made a move.
Guys, I need a triple.
I'm Marissa Bush, and I'm the founder of Versa Sneakers. Versa, decide what you want to do and change the bottom of your shoe. So the Versa sneaker is a shoe with an interchangeable bottom in order to transform into various specific activity-oriented sneakers. There's 3 outward protruding nodules on the top half of the sneaker that fall into 3 inward protruding grooves in the bottom portion. These knobs are made of carbon nanotube infused rubber. Carbon nanotube is as light as air, it's as strong as steel, and it's more flexible than rubber alone. So you're getting a safe, secure fit without losing the mobility of the sneaker. There's also rubber screws for additional attachment and an overlapping rubber guard for added protection of the seal of the shoe. The athletic shoe industry in itself, there's almost about 30,000 shoe stores in the U.S. as of 2012, bringing in $48 billion annually. 30% of this contributes to men and women's athletic shoes, and this is expected to reach up to $195 billion by 2015. It is a moderately competitive industry. Our biggest worry is industry rivalry right now, so we're really relying on our marketing. Our primary market is males and females 13 to 18 years old in middle and high school. We want them participating in 1 to 3 athletic sports and have an average household discretionary income of $20,000. Secondary market, males 20 to 30 years old, also playing recreational sports and holding a gym membership, and an average discretionary income of $20,000. As for our means of distribution, we want to put our shoes into large-scale nationwide shoe retail stores such as CSW, Foot Locker, and Sports Authority. We want to do this because we don't want to spend the time and money of making our own bricks and mortar. We want a nationwide reach. As for our product, we have 3 product lines, a bundle package which includes a bottom and 3 additional tops. We do sell the individual top and bottom separately. And for those, there's a high top sneaker and a low top sneaker, and as per the bottoms, there are various athletic and sport-related bottoms. We are outsourcing our manufacturing. We're in communication with BB Sports Inc. to manufacture the actual sneakers themselves, and we're talking to US Research Nanomaterials to manufacture the actual carbon nanotube infused rubber, since it is a specialty item. As for marketing, we'll be doing trade shows about once a month. We're really relying on our PR. We want to put 1 bundle package, donate to a high school, to a student who has a lower income. We want to do this because this will get direct marketing. The kids will wear them, they're changing the shoe, other kids are noticing, they're getting interested, they say, hey, I want that. So it's free marketing, basically, aside from the cost of the shoe. And we're doing this in high schools around Princeton and Trenton, the bigger cities. So we're also going to have SEO and SEM. And then we're really trying to market this image of intelligence and smart shopping for buying a Versa. As for our management team, myself is the owner and operations manager. Lisa Lott is our bookkeeper. She has 10 years experience as an accountant. Steve O'Driscoll is our marketing director. He has 30 years experience in the field. Matt Woldrick is our engineer and prototype development. He's a student here at Rowan. And we are still seeking a sales manager with B2B experience. For our finances, we're looking at startup costs about $250,000. That's mainly going to patent.
Sorry, I told people in the back can't see that.
Yeah.
Going to patent and prototype development. We do break even in our 21st month, and by the end of year 3, we're looking at $670,000 in net income. So we're asking for $250,000 to cover startup costs for 10% equity in the company, and that's based off an earnings-based valuation of our 3rd year, which brings our company to about $3.3 million. And as far as growth, we want to open an online store in our 2nd year of production, also add in a middle sole interchangeable line in our 3rd year, and for our exit strategy in 4 to 5 years, sell to our manufacturers.
Wow. So you're not a chemical engineering major, right?
No.
So how did you come up with this based on the chemical component of the shoe?
The nano research.
Yeah.
That has just been my own personal researching into a material that would be able to connect the top and the bottom half of the shoe. That's not going to lose the mobility of the sneaker itself.
Gotcha. All right, and I have you go back to the financials, but I can't see them from here unless you can blow them up.
Yeah.
So what is the actual, well, first off, I assume you're patent pending?
Right now we're focusing on getting our prototype 100% complete, and then, yes, patent pending.
All right, and you're working with the prototype. To build the prototype is one of the companies that you listed.
Yes, correct.
How are you protected from them?
At this time, we have not contacted them for the prototype development in itself. We want to make sure we have our CAD images, our drawings, everything up to scale and working before we contact them.
Okay, so you haven't contacted any of those manufacturers yet?
We contact them to see if they can manufacture the sneaker itself, but not to develop the prototype at this time.
Okay, so do you have a non-disclosure, non-compete document with them?
Yes.
Good. All right, and the faster you can be patent pending, the better.
Right.
All right, can you blow that up just a little bit so that Dr. Bird and I can actually read it?
Or better yet, can we make a recommendation that while that's the traditional way that the judges are going to be reading your financials in the package, that they will be sent the full business plan, and they'll have that in front of them. For purposes of the audience, most of the audience will not have read it.
Right.
So what I would encourage you and everyone else to do is to take a snapshot and maybe reconfigure the way you show aspects of your finances. Create like a zoom into just the one or two financial data points that you think are most critical, or show a smaller chart. Not a smaller chart in type font, but a simpler chart that just simply shows growth, if that's what you want to demonstrate. It makes a whole lot more sense, and no one could conceivably absorb this like that in an ongoing presentation. So that would be a better approach than what you've just taken here.
Yeah.
Just as a rule of thumb, some of the VC community has given recommendations on font size. They suggest that it's no smaller than half the age of the oldest person in the room.
I don't know.
And some of us,
let's say 34.
and yeah, there are some who've been approached by ARP in this room, and
Steve Kawasaki says the font size should be the age of the oldest person in the room. In that case, you don't have problems. But, no, can you blow that up?